Hello, everyone, and welcome back to God of War. We're in a slight reprieve between phases of the boss, so figured that was a good place to kind of start the part. So,
Oh, geez.
you're on fire.
You're on fire. I was gonna say.
I am on fire. I'm doing
Oh,
quite well
I
for
feel
myself.
everything.
Balder just starts doing a lot of weird, like, hitting himself stuff just because he can feel it now.
I feel all of this.
I guess it's a mark of how crazy Balder has become that this is his first response to essentially having his problem solved for him.
Yeah. So now the boss has ads. Yay.
It makes sense that he wouldn't want to, like, give Freya a chance to recast the spell. But
I mean, he's a god still, which means that, like, if he can still survive this, he's probably fine for a while.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But, like, he still wants to kill Freya because he's afraid Freya will cast the spell again.
Oh, no, I'm talking about on Freya's end. Like,
Well, I mean, casting it again doesn't matter because he knows the fix for it now. So, I feel that's rather irrelevant at this point.
I don't think he knows what fixed it, to be honest. He just knows that it's fixed. He could, like, ask Atreus and Kratos what they did, but he's a bit too far gone for that.
it must have been really weird whenever Freya went to the, like, the Asgard Christmas party, you know? And then Odin's like, hey, Freya, want to meet me under the mistletoe? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, nudge. And she's like, no! And punches him in the face. But that's probably just what people do to Odin anyway, so, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, he's just gonna climb up.
Now we need to climb after him.
Very nice of that zombie to not move his giant, whatever the hell that is.
Chisel.
I like how unaffected Kratos is by the prospect of climbing around on this giant fucking Titan thing, because he's done it before.
Yeah. Kronos was a bigger threat than this thing.
Stop him!
Ow.
Ow.
So, aside from killing Freya, what does Balder want to do exactly?
He's still, with Odin and trying to figure out, what were the giants up to? We need to get to Jotunheim for reasons and stuff.
Okay, so that's bad. I thought that he just wanted to, like, spread his life's ashes and stuff.
Well, that's what Kratos and Atreus want. I'm talking about Odin.
Yeah, but
Balder
like,
and stuff.
but why does Balder, like, even have any beef with Kratos in the first place?
Because again, he's with Odin, and they're, what were the giants up to? We need to get to Jotunheim to do things. So
You gotta love those trick shots that Atreus is pulling off. It's like, yeah, I can see this character being the protagonist of a future game.
Where did Atreus go?
yeah.
Where did Atreus go?
Oh, there he is.
Wait, hold on, how did he even end up there? We should have seen
Yeah, I was
him
gonna say, it's
walking
like, I know
behind.
they definitely sketched out that cool shot of them, like him just shooting arrows while falling, but it's also like, man, how do we get him on the
There's
ground?
no continuity. They just sort of skipped the part where he lands.
Lands on his feet like a cat.
Okay, so oh,
I have God mode. You don't.
I was expecting the Three Stooges donk sound effect.
Why won't you die?
It is cool that his health bar stays within all of these.
Cutscenes,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a large health bar, but this fight is multiple phases.
Yeah.
So
I honestly kind of prefer this more than, oh, you defeat his health bar. Well, time for a cutscene and move on to phase 2. Now he has another health bar.
I think I prefer that too. It also gives more... It gives a proper scale to the fight, and so you really can tell when it's about to be over, as opposed to, by the time they get to phase 6, and it's just like, how many health bars do you have, man?
6.
I do like how personal this fight is, though, for pretty much everyone involved.
Yeah.
It's like, in the older games, a lot of the encounters with gods wouldn't really have those kind of stakes attached to them, except maybe for Ares and Zeus.
It is weird, though, in that the old God of War games had a lot of scale, but I wouldn't say they had a lot of stakes. There's like, the fate of the world kind of stakes. But
like nobody actually,
No,
nobody
the only
involved
stakes
actually
was whether
cared.
Kratos got his vengeance or not.
Nobody involved in the battle actually cared about the fate of the world, which thematically is interesting to look back on from this point in time.
Yeah. Well, one thing I've learned from Marvel movies is that the personal stakes are often far more important than, like the kind of fate of the world sort of stakes. Because let's even look at like one of the really good Marvel movies, which is Winter Soldier. Taking down, I don't even remember his name, Glasses guy who took over S.H.I.E.L.D. That doesn't matter and isn't the important thing. The important thing is Bucky and Cap fighting at the end and trying to see if Bucky will end up being okay. Like, that's what's important, and what the people actually care about.
Dude, you're going to kill Baldur by doing that.
I have an idea. Boy,
What is Fusrodine going to do?
well done, boy.
Did he just like imitate
He called the
parcel
serpent,
tongue?
yeah. Basically, yes. I mean, we established earlier his godly power is languages, so
Oh.
we knocked the god out of the zombie.
I'm going to punch you now.
Well, no, he's strangling him.
That's okay. You know what?
Please.
That's actually like a weirdly like
He's beaten father. Not a thing.
intimate. That's the wrong word, but like it's a very real way to kill someone for a video game, I guess, is the thing.
Well,
Like,
Don't need you.
this is a way that like somebody dies in the real world versus, like being beaten to death with blades of chaos. Does that make sense?
Well, I think it's because we just spent the last 15 minutes beating the shit out of him in an
Yeah.
over-the-top manner.
Yeah,
so.
but like, I can't think of too many games where you see someone being strangled like that, in a way like
At least not in God of War, anyway. Because if this is the other games, he'd be
even in
ripping
like an
his head
action
off.
game where you can strangle someone. It's not that like slow, like in real life. It takes a couple of seconds to strangle someone to death.
they'll do the cool, unrealistic neck snap before they'll do a strangling.
Yeah. Like, death by asphyxiation is never really a thing with these kind of games.
I've made mistakes. I know. But you're free now. You have what
And
you
unfortunately, Freya's kind of acting like, oh, you got what you want, so it's all water under the bridge. It's like she doesn't
built something
understand,
new.
the mental damage done with what she did.
We can
So Freya's just trying to act like everything's hunky-dory now.
never forgive.
So, I'm guessing, is Baldur actually going to kill her now, or?
I have paid. I have paid. But if that alone will make you whole,
Oh boy, this is not a good
seeing
ending.
me dead will make things right.
Yeah, but this is where she replaces herself with a Doom bot, so it's fine.
What? Oh, okay.
I know.
Oh,
No, father!
I love you.
well,
Why did we let him do this?
We're not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Why do you even care? You could have walked away.
The Cygolians here must be better than this.
Okay. Well. Okay. Yeah. Remember
Yeah.
what I was just saying about the unrealistic neck snap?
Yeah, that one. Oh, and now Freya's gonna hate us too.
Yeah.
Freya. He chose this.
Well, that's not gonna convince anybody.
Rain down every agony, every violation imaginable upon you. I will parade your cold body from every corner
Oh,
of
boy.
every realm, and feed
Yeah, I saw
your
that coming.
soul to the vilest filth in hell. That is my promise.
He saved your life.
He robbed me of everything. Everything.
Why did she put a spell on him in the first place?
Just didn't want him to die, I guess.
Yeah, it
Was
was
he
like
like
the.
gonna die from something specific, or was it like?
I think she was just being overprotective. I think it was just a case of her being overprotective.
And you do not know me.
I know enough. Does he?
I mean, that's also ultimately not your business, but okay, go off.
Listen close.
He's also going to get the jump on it, though.
Yeah.
I'm from a land called Sparta.
Oh, so he just
I made a
said
deal
challenge
that
accepted,
cost
huh?
me my soul.
Yeah.
I killed many who were deserving. And many who were not.
I have 3 games you can play.
5, actually.
No more.
I think 5, actually. Hold on, who said that?
Father.
That was your father in hell.
Wait, Zeus was in hell?
Well,
Well, we saw an image of him.
they were like these hallucinations that both Kratos and Balder saw.
Which also confirms that Atreus saw that vision, too.
Yeah.
Because he just played it off as he didn't see it earlier.
No. We will be the gods we choose to be. Not those who have been.
That is a
Who I
good lesson.
was Is not who you be. We must be better.
Do you want to know what this reminds me of weirdly? Dragon
What?
Ball Z. In that all the dads are really shitty, and then the sons are a little bit less shitty.
Yes.
And it continues down until they're doing like stupid shenanigans at high school.
But she could never make that choice.
I mean, unless you want to go by the newer Bardock stuff that basically makes him out to be a saint for some reason. Which I don't like at all.
That is one rewrite that I will never agree upon because I just think the base idea of Bardock was better suited for that character. You know, it's funny because to go into what Ted was saying earlier, that is one thing that I've actually mellowed out on big time growing up as a fan of Dragon Ball, where, you know, back in my teenage years, I always used to hate that, how weak Gohan became after Cell because of the shit that he did in that saga, but it's also like, Gohan never really wanted to be a big fighter. Like, he always wanted to just be a scholar.
So you'd let me kill you.
So it's like I don't give him like that kind of shit anymore.
Well, part of what was going on with Gohan in the first place isn't just that he was supposed to be a better fighter than Goku, but also a better person. Because Goku
Yeah.
is not a particularly good person. And Gohan is just like more thoughtful,
To Tears Temple.
more like
One last
caring, smarter, and
He's like, Goku's good natured, but he's also incredibly selfish.
Try emphasizing that as a narrative element in a testosterone-fueled shonen fight fest. You know?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the issue with like, well, especially like I would say shonen anime of that time.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know, because nowadays I think they're better about that sort of thing. At least that's from what I might understand from folks who watch like the modern shonens of today.
a little bit.
In
The thing
general.
is that I mean I'm not super familiar with the modern shonen because it's just not my favorite genre in general.
Right.
And maybe that's just due to baggage from watching stuff from the 90s and 2000s. And maybe modern stuff is better. But Dragon Ball specifically has a very might makes right attitude, in that the strongest person wins.
Yes.
So Gohan, not having much interest in being stronger, like, makes him appear more weak, which is a dumb way to put it. But, like, the stuff he has aside from being able to punch people really hard isn't valued as much. Like Chi-Chi being like, oh, Gohan has to go to school, yada, 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 is supposed to be seen as annoying. Whereas
There's not really any point in any of the Dragon Ball stories where someone wins over someone stronger because they're smarter.
Yeah.
It's,
and that's like a...
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's like a common thing in, like, Western superheroes, because Dragon Ball Z is a superhero show. Like, Spider-Man will often win a fight because he tricks someone or outsmarts them versus just being tougher.
Whereas in Dragon Ball, it's whoever can make the biggest energy blast that usually
Yeah,
wins.
exactly. From what I've seen, more modern shonen are less about, the pure strength. And
Most modern shonen is more about the strategizing and the particulars of how powers will work rather than just pow, I win.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
not so much might makes right. What's the name of the hero in My Hero Academia? All Might? Oh, fuck. Maybe they didn't learn anything.